We at Kanai Beauties are all about supporting local brands. Hi guys, my name is Kate Tomboy from Kanai Beauties. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are a regular, thank you so much for tuning in. If you happen to like this video, please give it a thumbs up. So today, as per the title, we are reviewing the new Huddah Stargirl Edition eyeshadow palette. This is what we will be reviewing. I don't know if I can be able to see it from the lighting, but yeah, this is how it looks like. I had seen this palette from their Instagram account, and I thought it really had some amazing colors, and I thought, why not buy it and see how it works. Please note, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this palette with my own money, so I'm just going to do a review. I wanted to call it a first impression, but I've already used it a couple of times, but I had promised guys that I'll do a review. So I'll just do a nice eye look using this palette, and as we go along we'll talk more about this palette. But first impressions, when I bought this palette initially, when I went to the shop to buy it, it kind of looked small, because from the pictures it looked like one huge palette like the previous one they had. So when I went to the shop, I'm like, no, I want the bigger one. So like, girl, it's this palette. So it's quite small, as you can see. So this is unexpected. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a bigger eyeshadow palette, but all in all, it still has amazing colors. So this is how the packaging looks like. I think the packaging is rather cute. This is how it looks like, and from the back, this is it. So from the back, if we can just read what is written. It's for the beautiful, independent, free-spirited African woman. Universally flattering eyes from natural to smoky. This palette takes you from day to night with its blendable and buildable formula. From soft, the spelling mistake, from soft shimmery nudes to rich matte browns, match your desired shades to achieve infinite looks. Then there are the ingredients down there, I won't read all of them. But so, as it's called, it's Huddah 24 color eyeshadow palette Stargirl edition. So this is how it looks like, and if I can just open it for you guys, these are the colors. One of the things I loved about this palette, it has a mirror. There's so many palettes that they're quite big but don't have a mirror, but I was quite impressed that they have this mirror, which is okay, which works well. It's a good size, and I have no complaint about the mirror. So that's a good plus for Huddah. So as you can see, these are 24 eyeshadows. So we have the shimmers, which are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So it's 12 shimmers and 12 mattes. I bought it mostly because it has this amazing warm and red toned mattes. As you can see, actually these are my favorite. I stopped using the Morphe for some time. I've been using this palette for the past few weeks, and I'm absolutely in love with the mattes. I feel they're amazing, and this is a palette that you can use for any kind of look, a day look, then you can transition it to a night look. I think also that the colors are genius. They are well thought out, and they complement each other. So I normally use just one palette to complete a look. Whether I'm mixing the mattes and the shimmers, they complement each other so well, and I just end up using this palette instead of mixing it with another palette. So these are some of the pros, by the way. So the first thing is, I feel the mattes are on point. So that's thumbs up for the mattes. I think they're amazing. The shimmers are also very highly pigmented. I also love the shimmers. I did a swatch, and I'll also include it in this video, but I did a swatch review on Instagram, and if I'll be able to link it here, and you can be able to have a look at how pigmented these colors are. The mats also are very blendable. I mean, they're really quite easy to work with, and it's easy for you to mix the shimmers and the mattes as well. So I think the mattes are quite blendable, and that's a plus again for Huddah. So as I said, this is a palette that you can use to achieve many looks. You can transition from a day look to a night look with this palette, and I feel it's also great value for your money. I bought this palette at 1500 bob in town, so I think it's worth it, and I'd really recommend this palette for anyone who is a beginner and also you are in the game for some time. I think this palette is perfect. The only con I have with this palette are the creamy shadows. They have a creamy formula. I don't know whether I can call them foil, but they're very loose pigmented eyeshadows. So the only thing I have a problem with is whenever I'm applying the shimmers, if I want it to stay long, if I'm doing a look that I want to last the whole day, I have to come in with a different eyeshadow powder that is more powdery as a base, and then I come with the creamy shadows on top, because when I just apply the creamy shadows alone, after some time they crease and they don't look pretty at all. I'd recommend, if you're going to use these ones, the foils, the shimmers, and you want a look that will last longer, I feel you need to first layer it down with a different eyeshadow that is powder, and then come in with the creamy shadows. That way it will last longer. That's what I've been doing with this. And also another thing, when applying these shimmers, I'm not using a brush, because the brush kind of, it's not picking up as much product as I would want to. So I'm using my fingers, and which is working perfect for me. If I'm using the fingers to apply, it picks up more products, and then the pigment shows more, or the color pops even rather more compared to just using a brush. So yeah, that's about it. Overall, I'd give 1 out of 5. I'd give this palette 3.5, but I think it's a very, very nice palette. Thumbs up to Huddah Cosmetics. I think if you can just try to improve on the formula for the shimmers, or if, in my opinion, you can just mix the creamy shadows with more of powder, so that we can have options. If you want to use a creamy one, or if you want to use a more powder eyeshadow. That's just my opinion. This video is not sponsored. These are my opinions. I might be wrong, I might be right. These are just my views, because yeah, these are just my views. So today we'll be creating a look with this palette only, and I'll take you through the whole process, and we'll see how it looks on the eye. I've already set my eyelid with concealer. So I'll just come in with Kigali and Mogadishu. These are more yellow toned shades. So once I'm done with that, I'll pick another brush. I'll pick another blending brush and use this Addis just to create a crease, just to create a contour at the crease area. So I'm darkening it with Juba. I'm taking it all the way. As I always tell you, just use very light strokes so that it blends easily and It's not harsh. So this is how it looks like so far. So I'll do the same with the other eye. So then again, I'm coming in with darker. Darker is more of a dark burgundy. This is more of burgundy or maroonish. I'll mix that with Juba to create a deeper crease. There's actually not a lot of fallout, as you can see. So I'm very, very, very happy with this palette. I'm super impressed. So I'll just come in with a clean blush. I'll come in with a clean brush and just gently blend everything together. Green brush. Sapere in me. You can either use a primer or a concealer. So after that, I'm just going to use my finger and which color should I go for? Let me use this Monrovia. It's more of a rose gold, color over here. So this is what I'll go for. And I'll just use my fingertip to pick the product and just gently apply. Wow. I don't know whether with the lighting you guys can be able to see how pigmented these shimmers are. So with the shimmers, there's a bit of fallout, as you can see. So I'll come in with my brush and just try to clean everything up. Just take a bit of Juba, it's the dark brown, and lightly sweep it over across the crease area. So this is how it's looking so far. So I'll just clean up this area. Come in with my black. What's happening today? I think it's the weather. It's actually quite cold today. It's a very cold afternoon. Smoke it out a bit. Really actually impressed with the fallout. There's no fallout at all with the mattes, so that's a plus for you guys. So yeah, this is how the look is coming along. So I'll just go off camera, put on my lashes, and I'll be right back. So guys, here's the finished look. This is how the new Huddah Stargirl edition eyeshadow looks like. And honestly guys, I am feeling this palette. I am loving this palette. I would recommend anyone to purchase this palette. I give it a thumbs up, and I said I've rated this palette a 3.5 out of 5. So that's a yay from me. That's a yay from Kanai Beauties. Yay! Thank you so much guys for tuning in. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, any comments, queries, you can leave it at the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And until next time, God bless you. Bye bye.